So sequence and series in that. What is meant by a sequence?
A particular order which is required to follow.
Okay, a particular order which is required to follow. Okay, next, anybody else?
Following some rules.
Number series in which the numbers follow some law.
Okay, write the definition. A collection of objects. A collection of objects a collection of objects written in a particular order. A collection of objects written in a particular order forms a sequence. Write some general examples. School fee, installments, housing loan, installments, insurance, premiums. These are some general examples. And relating to the numbers also you can have 1, 5, 10, 15, 1, 7, -1, 20, 500, etc. So a sequence is a collection of objects written in a particular order. What is meant by a set?
A well-defined collection of objects.
Anything else? Repeat your definition once again.
A well-defined collection of objects.
Some modification is required in your definition.
Collection of distinct objects.
Correct.
Which are finite,
correct.
which are countable and generally universally accepted.
No. Only distinct word to be added. Write the definition, all of you. A collection of well-defined, distinct objects. A collection of well-defined, distinct objects. Write some general example again. Students of batch 3-year 23 integrated, 4-year 24 integrated, etc. Five, -1, 10, 20, and so on. One more general example is height of students greater than 150 centimeters. So these are the some examples of set. What are the differences between sequence and a set?
Sir, in a sequence there is a particular order, and in a set there is not a particular order needed.
In sequence, order is important. In set, order is not important.
Now, so relating to these two only we'll discuss, that is order and repetition. Now, when you come to the order, in a sequence, is it order is followed or not?
Followed.
Yes.
Order is followed. Whereas in a set, order is not important. What about in a sequence? Repetition. Is it
Not
repetition is allowed or not?
Loud.
So in a sequence, repetition is allowed. Whereas in a set, repetition is
Not allowed.
not allowed. That's why in the definition only you're writing what distinct. Now, in a sequence, you have written one example as your school fee installments. In the school fee installments, there is a chance that some installments will be same also. First installment may be different and the other installments may be same. That is what the example. So repetitions are allowed in a sequence. Mute it, all of you. The terms of the sequence, are denoted by T1, T2, T3 and so on, where the subscript in TR, denotes the position of the object. So here TR denotes what? Earth position of the object. The sequence can be written as that is, put the symbol less than Tn, greater than n belongs to n, or one more notation is in brackets also it can be written, or one more notation is in curly brackets an, n belongs to n, or Tn, n belongs to n. These are the notations used for a sequence. Now, so usually we are denoting always using what? Natural numbers only. That is, when we are expressing the terms of the sequence, we are using the natural numbers. Now, take a note, all of you. There are some cases. There are some cases where whole numbers also can be used. There are some cases where whole numbers also can be used for the subscripts. That is A0, A1, A2, A3 and so on. In some specific cases, integers also can be used. A -2, A -1, A0, A1, A2 and so on. Now, because we are saying here some specific cases, so one general example is when you visit the supermarket, that is you can take as Big Bazaar. Ground floor will be considered as what? 0. Ground floor will be considered as 0. -1, -2 will be considered as what? Car parking. That is what the meaning here. That means in some specific cases, it can be used -1, -2 also to denote the position of the specific object. But in general, natural numbers only will be used. Finite sequence. A sequence which has specific number of objects. A sequence which has specific number of objects is called a finite sequence. Example: 2, 4, 6, and so on. Last one I am denoting as 50. Now, how to decide whether it is a finite sequence or not is using natural numbers. When I start counting first, second, third and so on, up to certain time, the process of counting should get stopped. If it is get stopped, then only we can say it is a finite sequence. Otherwise, it will be what? It becomes infinite sequence, right? Infinite sequence. A sequence is said to be infinite when we start counting its objects. A sequence is said to be infinite when we start counting its objects using natural numbers. The process of counting never ends. The process of counting never ends. Example: 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and so on. What are these numbers?
Prime numbers.
Prime numbers. Will they be finite or infinite?
Infinite.
Infinite. Series. Is it visible writing?
Yes, sir.
Or anybody has a problem? Is it visible, all
Sir,
of you?
it is visible.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
visible.
doubt.
Huh?
Sir, doubt. In infinite sequence, sequence is said to have a specific order. So in prime numbers, it is not having any order.
Why? Whatever the order I wrote, is not a specific order? Suppose if somebody asks you, what is the third prime number? What is your answer?
5.
Can you say any other number?
No.
No.
Got the answer now?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me anybody what is meant by a series. Right? The algebraic sum of terms of the sequence. Algebraic sum of terms of the sequence is called a series. Algebraic sum of terms of the sequence is called a series. Now, when we say algebraic sum, means it can be addition or it can be subtraction. That means I can write as A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus and so on. Even I can write A1 minus A2 plus A3 minus A4 minus A5 minus A6 plus and so on. All these are what? Series only. That is what the meaning of algebraic sum. It can be addition or it can be subtraction. The nth term of the sequence are series denoted by Tn. Nth term of the sequence are series denoted by Tn. A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus and so on, An. A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus and so on, An. In simple form can be written as using the symbol sigma. In simple form can be written using the symbol sigma. All of you know what is the symbol sigma? Which symbol I am talking? Is it above or below?
Above.
Above 1.
Use above only. So how to express this in sigma notation as sigma I equal to 1 to n. So here I is the variable, and one is the initial value of the variable, and the above one is a terminal value, means last value of variable. And when you are expanding, always you have to use the initial value and write A1. After that, put the symbols plus and then use the next value. Means consecutive numbers only you have to use. That you have to increase always by 1. Always you have to increase by 1 only. Two plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 and so on 50. Can you express this in sigma notation? Sigma, what should I write?
Sir, 2 into I.
2 into I. Can I write only 2 into I? Sigma 2 into I, is it enough?
Sir, initial value 1, final value 25.
Correct. Initial value 1 and final value will be what? 25. So when you are expanding, you should write as 2 into 1 plus 2 into 2 plus 2 into 3 and so on 2 into 25. So 50. Now, here it is not necessary that you have to use the symbol I only. Even you can use any symbol also. That means even I can use sigma 2n, n equal to 1 to 25. Now, for the same sum, suppose if I want to write 2 into n minus 1. What is the n value I should start and what is the n value I should end?
2 and 26.
2 and 26.
So n must be starting with what? N equal to. Can I take here also n equal to 1?
2.
No, 2.
N equal to 2.
N equal to
To
2.
what? What is the last
26.
term to get?
26.
26. So whether you write sigma of 2n n equal to 1 to 25 or sigma of 2 into n minus 1 n equal 2 to 26, it will be the same only. Right, one more example. Can you able write this in sigma notation?
Sir.
2 plus 6 plus 12 plus 20 plus 30 plus 42 and so on up to 90.
Sir, sigma 2n is
12.
Don't say the answer first. Try all of you. How many of you finish? Put your thumb symbol. You have an option to put thumb symbol. So Ram is finished. Next. Anybody else? Only one. Anybody else? Jayant. Next.
Yes, sir.
Only two.
Sir, finish.
Siddhya. Vedant. Suhani. Suhani, tell me sigma notation, what you have written? Have you written sigma notation?
Sir, n into. Yes, sir.
Tell me sigma
N into n plus 1.
n into n plus 1. That's all or anything else you have written?
1 to 9. Sure.
N equal to
1 to 9.
1 to 9. Sure all of you? Now, how
9.
to verify? Substitute n equal to 1. 1 into 2. 2. Correct. After that, what you have to increase by 1? 2. So 2 into 3. 6. 3 into 4. 4 into 5. And so on. Last one. 9 into 10. 90. Now, not necessary that you have to write n into n minus 1 only. Maybe somebody has written as n into n minus 1 also. In case if I am writing n into n minus 1, what is the starting value and what is the ending value?
2 to 10.
2 to 10. Or even you can have different expression also. Only thing is you have to see that whether the terms are coinciding or not. Now, write a note all of you. For summation, the symbol sigma is used. For summation, the symbol sigma is used. And for the product, the symbol pi is used. You have to write the pi as bigger symbol. The symbol pi is used. That is for the product. Now, suppose if I am written product I equal to 1 to 5 AI. Now, can you tell me the expanded form of this?
A1
What is the first term?
into A3 into A4
1 into 2 into 3 into 4
First
into
term is A1.
A1
After
into
that, besides the product, you write A2, A3, A4,
A4, A5.
Mute it all of you as soon as you say the answer. Now, have you understood the difference between the summation and the product? Now, product I equal to 1 to 5. Calculate this value.
1 into 2 into 3 into 4 into 5.
120.
1 into 2 into
1
3
into
into 4 into 5.
5 factorial.
120.
How much?
120.
120. Right, properties of summation. Properties of summation. Properties of summation. Sigma k into ai, I equal to 1 to n. Sigma ki, I equal to 1 to n is same as k into sigma I equal to 1 to n ai. Try to prove it, all of you. Take the left hand side, expand, and then prove the right hand side.
So what is K?
K is any real number.
Okay, sir.
K is a constant.
Okay, sir.
So left hand side, sigma I equal to 1 to n K into AI. Here basically K is independent of I. Now when you are expanding, the first term you should write as K into A1. Second term will be K into A2, K into A3 plus and so on, K into AN. Now is there anything common throughout?
K common.
K.
K common. Take out K common. A1 plus A2 plus A3 and so on, AN. Now inside the bracket, you can write as what? Sigma notation. Sigma I equal to 1 to n AI, which is the right hand side. So whenever you are simplifying any expressions involving sigma, if any constant is involved which is independent of the variable, you can take outside of the sigma. That is what the meaning of this property. Second property, sigma AI plus BI I equal to 1 to n. Can I write this as sigma AI I equal to 1 to n plus sigma I equal to 1 to n BI or not?
Yes, yes.
Can I write sigma I equal to 1 to n AI plus BI as sigma I equal to 1 to n AI plus sigma I equal to 1 to n BI or not?
Yes, sir. We can write.
Yes, sir.
Now, try to prove all of you. Take the left hand side, expand, and again regroup the terms and prove the right hand side. Check, have you written in the same manner what I am writing on the board?
Yes, sir.
Check, have you done in the same manner all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir, yes, sir.
That is when you
Yes.
expand. First term will be A1 plus B1 only should write. Second term
Yes.
is A2 plus B2. Third term A3 plus B3. Last term AN plus BN. After that, regroup the terms. Because addition of numbers is associative, so you can write the numbers in any order. Can you guess what should be the next property? Third.
Sir,
Subtraction.
the reverse.
What is the meaning of reverse? AI minus BI, that is subtraction.
Yes, sir.
Sigma I equal to 1 to n AI minus BI. Tell me what is this can be written as?
Sir, summation of AI minus summation of BI.
So
Yes, sir.
sigma I equal to 1 to n AI minus sigma bi I equal to 1 to n. Now, will you able to prove all of you yourself?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So who are interested, write the proof. Otherwise, you can say that similarly you can prove it.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes.
next fourth property. Sigma ai bi I equal to 1 to n. Can you write this as sigma I equal to 1 to n ai sigma I equal to 1 to n
Yes. Yes.
bi?
Yes, sir.
Think all of you first. Can
No,
you
sir.
write this as sigma equal to 1 to n ai bi equal to
No, sir.
sigma
No, sir,
equal
we
to 1
cannot
to
write.
n ai sigma
No,
equal to
sir.
1 to n bi?
No, sir.
Now, who are thinking that it is true, you try to prove it. And who are thinking that it is false, whenever it is false, you have to give an example. Take n equal to 2. Calculate the left hand side. Calculate the right hand side. And check whether are they correct or not.
Sir, not.
Do it all of you. Take n equal to 2. Expand the left hand side and expand the right hand side and check the terms. Tell me anybody what is the left hand side when n equal to 2. But the first term will become now sigma I equal to 1 to 2 ai bi. So when I
A1, B1.
expand, first term will be what? A1, B1. And because it is a sigma plus, what is the next term?
A2, B2.
A2, B2. That means only two terms. Now in the right hand side, sigma I equal to 1 to n means
A1.
I equal to 1 to 2 ai sigma I equal to 1 to 2 bi. Now expand the first sigma in bracket. It will be what? A1 plus A2.
A2.
Second one, B1 plus B2.
B.
Now expand again. A1, B1 plus A1, B2, A2, B1, A2, B2. Now check, is this same as the previous one what you got?
No.
So left
No,
hand
sir.
side is not equal to right hand side. Means
Right hand
in
side.
general, it is not equal. Most of you will make a mistake here only. So like addition, subtraction, you can apply sigma to each term. So here also you will think that you will apply sigma for the first one and sigma for the second one, which is wrong. So you should not apply sigma for ai and bi when they are in product. Can you guess what should be the next property?
The division.
Correct. Sigma I equal to 1 to n ai upon bi. Can we write this as sigma I equal to 1 to n ai upon
No, sir.
No, sir.
sigma I equal to 1 to n bi? Can I apply sigma for the numerator and sigma for the denominator?
No.
No. That
Sir.
means you have to give an example that it is false. So in the same manner what you have done for the product, take n equal to 2 and calculate the left hand side and calculate the right hand side and prove that they are not equal. explicit relation or explicit form. Now, what is meant by explicit relation or explicit form? In a sequence, right? In a sequence, if the nth term in a sequence, if the nth term can be expressed in terms of n, in a sequence, if the nth term can be expressed in terms of n, then it is an explicit form or explicit relation. In a sequence, if the nth term can be expressed in terms of n, then it is said to be an explicit form. Like in previous examples, one of the example you have written as nth term as 2n you have written, and another example as n into n plus 1. That means here we are expressing the nth term of a sequence in terms of n. So such type of sequences are said to be in the explicit form, where giving different values of n, you can calculate the terms of the sequence. That is, you are having some specific formula to find the nth term of a sequence. So using the nth term, we can calculate all the terms. Another one, recursive or recurrence form or relation. Recursive or recurrence. Recursive or recurrence. Right definition, all of you. If the nth term, if the nth term of a sequence, if the nth term of a sequence is expressed, if the nth term of a sequence is expressed using previous terms, if the nth term of a sequence is expressed using previous terms with initial conditions, is called recurrence form. Example, Tn equal to 3, Tn minus 1 plus 1, n greater than or equal to 2, and T1 equal to 0. Now, can you able to say the second term? Here first term is what? 0, which is given already. Now, how to calculate second term? What I should substitute?
T2 is equal to
So substitute n
3T1.
equal to 2 in this. When I substitute n equal to 2, what I will get? T2 equal to 3,
1.
T1
T2.
plus 1. So what is T1 value? 0.
0.
That means T2 will be what? 1. Now, T3.
4.
For calculating T3, in this you substitute n equal to 3. Then it will be what? 3 T2 plus 1. That is 3 plus 1. That is 4. And so on. Right, one more example. T1 equal to 1, T2 equal to 1, Tn equal to Tn minus 1 plus Tn minus 2, n greater than or equal to 3. Expand a few terms and tell me, all of you. Expand few terms and tell me.
Sir, 1,
1 1 2 3 5 8
1 1
1
2
is
5 3
Fibonacci
1 1
sequence.
0.
1, 1, next 2,
2 3 5
7
8
4 5
13
5, after 5,
8 13
8, after 8,
13
13,
then 21.
21, and so on. Now, if you observe, each term of the sequence is obtained by what? Adding the previous 2. If you add the previous 2, you will get the next term. Anybody knows name of this sequence?
Fibonacci
This is a
sequence.
specific
Hiroshima.
sequence. Fibonacci sequence. FIBONACCI. Fibonacci sequence. This is very, very important. So later when you go for higher studies, you will use this sequence and you will write some programming where you can design searching also. Searching for terms. In data structures, it will be used.
sir, it was not clear what you said.
Now, this is a specific sequence which is called Fibonacci sequence. So when you go for higher studies, you will learn some data structures in computer programming. So that time you are going to write some programs where you can go for searching also. Means search engines, how to design. So in that case, this is one example will be used. Write a note, all of you. Is it possible to express all the sequences? Is it possible to express all the sequences using either explicit or recurrence relation? Is it possible to express all sequences using either explicit or recurrence relation? Have you understood what I am asking?
Sir.
Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Is it all sequences can be expressed either using explicit or recurrence relations? Or is there any example where you can say that it is not possible?
Sir, prime numbers.
Good. Example, prime numbers. So for prime numbers, so far there is no explicit formula or recurrence formula. So you should have time to derive the formula. So who are interested in the research, so you can try to derive a formula.
Yes,
Sir,
Only for
sir, 6n minus 1 can be done. 6n plus minus 1.
Is it all prime numbers will you get?
No, sir, it does not contain all prime numbers.
Then what's the meaning of nth term when you say? What's the meaning of when you express explicit formula when we are writing means what? You should able to get all the terms. That is what the meaning of explicit or recurrence.
Sir, we can
Next.
have a like this in means sum of all
yes.
a means all prime numbers into all prime numbers plus 1 means summation of all prime numbers into
Plus
summation.
1.
See, you give me a mathematical expression which has a some variable, and when I write the value for the variable, I should get all prime numbers. Can you able to give me mathematical expression with variable where when I substitute some initial value to the terminal value, I should get all the prime numbers? Can you give me? Okay, you can try later. Now, right next.
Sir, it is not possible.
No, who wants to try, you can try. Now, right next, progression. Now, tell me anybody what is meant by a progression?
In which there is definite difference between two consecutive terms.
Consecutive terms.
That is
Sir,
not
which has a common difference.
That is not the definition. That is the specific one you are saying. You
Two
are saying for
common
the arithmetic
relation.
progression you are saying.
So
Yes, sir.
common relation between two consecutive terms.
There are a number of things in a series.
Think all of you in the word itself some meaning is there.
Okay.
We observe this.
Sir,
Will you
which
use
goes on
anywhere?
increasing.
Progress.
Sir, to
Sir, which
progress
goes on
to
increasing.
advance.
Process to come in
Are you
S.
using this word anywhere in general life?
Sir, which goes on increasing.
Increasing or like developing.
That is when you go for the exams continuously, then you can observe your pattern. That is, are you increasing or decreasing? That is what
Decreasing.
progression. Not necessary that always it is increase. It can be decrease also, or it can be constant also.
Constant, stable.
That means a sequence which follow a specific pattern is called a progression. Write the definition. A sequence which follows a sequence which follows a specific pattern. A sequence which follows a specific pattern is called a progression.
Progression.
Types of progressions.
Increasing, decreasing, stable.
Not that. Right, number one.
Arithmetic, geometric, and harmonic.
Arithmetic progression. So we'll written as in symbolic form AP or arithmetic sequence, which you have studied already.
Geometric.
Second one, Geometric progression.
Geometric.
GP. For the third one,
Harmonic progression.
Harmonic.
harmonic progression. In bracket HP. One more.
There's something right.
Special series.
It is a hybrid of these two. Arithmetico-geometric progression. Arithmetico-geometric progression. So it is written as AGP. That is based on combination of arithmetic progression and geometric progression. Let us discuss the first one. Arithmetic progression or arithmetic sequence. Arithmetic progression or arithmetic sequence. A sequence is said to be in arithmetic progression. Right definition. A sequence is said to be in arithmetic progression if the difference between two consecutive terms is always same or each term of the sequence is obtained by adding a constant to the preceding term. Each term of the sequence is obtained by adding a constant to the preceding term except for the first term. Write some examples.
Yes.
2, 5, 8, 11, 14, and so on. 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, and so on. 2, 0, -2, -4, -6, and so on. 1, 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, and so on.
So how
Now,
is the second example possible?
among all this,
Fourth is not
tell me
possible.
which are in arithmetic progression and which
First
are
and
not in
third.
arithmetic progression.
First and third are in
Now, is it
arithmetic
first one is in arithmetic progression?
Second and fifth are not made.
Fourth
Is
is
the
not
first one is
arithmetic.
in arithmetic progression?
Yes.
Now, how to verify whether it is in arithmetic progression or not? You have to check the difference. What is the difference? 3. Here also 3. Here also 3. R. Each term is obtained by adding 3 to the preceding term. Now, here, if you observe the difference, they are not same. What about third?
Yes.
Yes, sir. -2.
Yelgar.
What about fourth?
Not.
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Not a progression.
Mention it. Which is arithmetic progression and which is not in arithmetic progression. Right? General terms of arithmetic progression. If T1, T2, T3, and so on Tn are said to be in arithmetic progression. If T1, T2, T3, and so on Tn are said to be in arithmetic progression, if T2 minus T1 equal to T3 minus T2 equal to T4 minus T3 equal to and so on Tn minus 1, which is equal to, let us say, D. That is, difference of two consecutive terms must be same. What is D is called?
Common difference.
Right. Where D is called
Common difference.
common difference. D is called common difference. That is, this difference between two consecutive terms must be always a constant. Now, if the first term T1 equal to A, if the first term T1 equal to A, then the terms of the arithmetic progression are, if T1 equal to A, then the terms of the arithmetic progression are T1 equal to A, then T2 equal to what? As per the definition, T2 equal
A
to,
plus D.
from these two, T2 equal to T1 plus D, that is A plus D. T3 equal to T2 plus D, that is A plus 2D. T4 equal to T3 plus D, that is A plus 3D. Now, with this observation of few terms, can you able to say what is T10?
A
A
plus n
plus
minus A plus
9D.
A plus 9D. Now, for the nth term of the arithmetic progression, mutate nth term of AP, Tn. What the formula will be now?
plus n minus 1.
A plus n
A
minus
plus
1
n
into D.
minus 1
N
into
minus 1 into D.
D.
Here N denotes what? Position of the term. So first term plus number of terms minus 1 into common difference. Right, one example. Two, 7, 12, and so on. Check first whether it is in arithmetic progression or not. If
Yes,
it is
sir.
in
Yes,
AP,
sir.
Yes,
find
sir.
the
Yes.
6th term, 10th term, and the nth term.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, done.
Now, is it in arithmetic progression?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what is A equal to? 2. And what is D equal to? Common difference.
5.
10.
5. Now, T5. Is it
22.
difference is always same?
22.
So A plus 4 D. How much you are getting?
25.
22.
22.
Tell me T10.
47.
57. 47. 47.
47. Tell me the nth term.
5n minus 3.
Yes.
10 minus 3.
5 and
Minus
Tn equal to
5n minus 3.
2 plus n
5
minus 1
plus
into 5. So
5n
2
minus
plus 5n minus 5. That is 5n minus 3.
okay.
In terms of polynomial, can I say nth term is a polynomial?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
For
sir.
the
Yes,
degree
sir.
of this polynomial,
1.
1.
1.
One.
For the name of that polynomial,
Monomial.
Binomial.
oh, wrong.
Linear
For
polynomial.
the name of that polynomial, based on the degree,
Linear
Monomial.
polynomial.
Linear.
based on the degree, it is called linear
Linear
polynomial.
polynomial.
Somebody's voice is not proper, you mute it always and don't respond also. Take a note, all of you. Nth term of an arithmetic progression, nth term of an arithmetic progression is a linear polynomial, is a linear polynomial in variable n. Nth term of an AP is a linear polynomial in the variable n. Rth term from end, rth term from end in a sequence of n terms, rth term from end in a sequence of n terms is same as rth term from end in a sequence of n terms is same as which term from beginning?
N minus R plus
N minus R.
N minus R.
Rth
N
term
minus
from
R plus 1.
end
N minus
in a
R plus 1.
sequence of n terms is same as which term from the beginning?
N minus R plus 1.
Which term?
minus r plus 1.
Correct. N minus r
N minus r plus 1.
term. Right, all of you. N minus r plus 1th term from the begin is same as rth term from the end. So whenever any sequence is given and if it is asked to find the rth term from the end, either you can apply the formula n minus r plus 1th term from the beginning, or another method is what? You reverse it entire sequence and calculate the rth term. You reverse the sequence and calculate the rth term. Now, suppose if it is in a arithmetic progression, a plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d, and so on, a plus n minus 1 into d. In this, rth term from end. Calculate and tell me the formula. Now, one method you can apply as what we discussed, n minus r plus 1th term. That is t n minus r plus 1th term, rth term from the end. Now, what is arithmetic progression formula? First term, that is a plus number of terms minus 1 into common difference. That is a plus n minus r minus 1 n minus 1 into d. Is this only n minus r plus 1 minus 1 into d? What is this will be same as? A plus n minus r into d. Is this only have you got?
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the another method I told you? In case if you have not remembered the formula n minus r plus 1, then the method is you take the reverse order of the same sequence. Now, let us do that also. A plus n minus 1 into d. What the next term will be? Somebody is asking. Write the order of this sequence in the reverse order.
A plus
n minus 1 into d. For the next one, a plus
n minus 2
n minus 2 into
n
d.
minus 2 into d.
A plus n minus 3 into d, and so on. Now tell me in this, what we need to calculate is rth term only. Calculate the rth term in this
A
sequence.
plus n minus rd.
Now, so rth term in this is also in arithmetic progression.
Yes.
What the first term in this arithmetic progression?
A plus n minus
A plus n
minus
minus 1 into d.
First term is
r
a plus
minus 1
n minus 1 into d
minus
plus
r minus 1 into d.
r minus 1
minus r minus 1 into
because rth term we need to calculate. Now tell me the common difference. What is the common difference?
Minus
Ninja Puja.
Correct. Minus d. Now simplify this and check, is this same as what you got before?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
d. Sir.
That means whenever you want to calculate rth term from the end, either you reverse it and calculate the specific term, or else you apply the formula n minus r plus 1.